Perfect. Sort of. There we go. Okay, let's redo the hair a little bit. But today I have a fair amount of things to do, per usual. So we're gonna see how that goes. I want my hair done just for a little bit, because I never get to do that. But I wanted to talk about a little bit about God's plan for your life, because a lot of people ask me questions about God's plan for your life and how you kind of decide and determine whether that is God, whether that's not, all those things. I really don't have the answer to them, to be honest with you, but I do believe that whenever you ask the Holy Spirit to give you something, that they are going to give you the right answer, that they're going to be able to lead you in the right direction. And whether or not you know what it is, like if God is calling this and has been calling this on your heart for a long time, and you just haven't listened to it, and it keeps bringing you back to it and having a desire in your heart, there's a reason why you have a desire in your heart, whether it's something that you need to do full-time, part-time, in your free time. That is something that you and God have to talk about. It could just be a hobby. It could be your job. It could be anything. But the Lord is always calling you to something greater. Maybe not greater in the aspect of what you think greater is, but greater in the aspect of what He thinks of it for you. And I feel like we get caught up in the daily tasks of life. So I have had, like, all day I'm doing something, right? Like I never have just like free time. Especially with children, you just don't have free time. Even if you don't have children, you have free time, but you don't realize it until after you have kids. I'm just kidding. But you don't have free time either, right? College kids, busy as hell. Grown adults, busy, because I filled my free time with tons of jobs and tons of everything, and I was completely focused on a task. Like, I had tons of tasks to do, and I felt like I wasn't feeling God. Like, I felt like very numb to everything, and I felt as if I was unable to really put in the time and attention that I needed with God's relationship, like with Him. And I asked God, like, can you please show me like what you need me to do, because I feel like very separated from you. I feel very just not in the same space as you, and I don't feel you throughout my day because I'm loading it with tasks to do. Like, I feel like I just have so many things to do, and it's literally the bare minimum that I'm doing, and I still feel like I'm falling behind in my housework, falling behind at work, falling behind in my relationship with you, falling behind in my relationship with my kid and my husband. I feel like I'm just strung apart in a million different places, and not one place is where you want me to be, and I feel just not at peace. And that's whenever He was like, you, like, literally all I'm asking you to do is to take care of your baby, take care of your husband, and run your house. And I want you to do it in a godly, biblical way. I want you to have a godly relationship with your husband. I want you to have a godly relationship and a stewardship with your child. I want those things for you. I don't want you to keep filling your life with a ton of things. He's like, and I want you to be a leader for me. I've asked you to do that since the very beginning, to be a leader for me, and you've done that. And I want you to continue to do that. But whenever it comes to everything else that you're doing, block out the noise. Take it out. Let the silence fill your heart. Let the silence of the Holy Spirit fill your heart, because they're going to be able to be there to answer you and help you and to guide you throughout your day. And that's something that I really had to think about, because again, I know I need to talk about God, and I wanted to make this YouTube channel still continue to go. And I've been in and out waves here and there, not consistent, because sometimes the Lord's more present in my life than others. And that's solely based on me, because I keep filling it with a ton of things that I don't need to do. And yeah, I just want to say that God is calling you to do specific things. Quit filling your life with a ton of extra crap. He is calling you to a life of peace, joy, and love, and he's going to give that to you, and he's even going to give you some hope, which is unheard of, especially at the time that we're in right now. Let God fill those pockets of time in your life that you feel like you don't have. Let him be brought into your life at any point in your day. Say, Lord, please fill my day. Please make me feel you today. Please make me do these things today. And the Lord will fulfill it. Whether it's finances and you're like, Lord, I don't see how this is going to work. I don't see how this is going to fit. I don't get how and why and what you're going to do. But the Lord will fulfill it in a multitude of different ways. He'll give you opportunities. He will give you actual cash. He will do amazing things. Now, don't be stupid with your money, right? Like, steward it well, because that's what we're called to do. We're called to steward our money well, and called to steward our money for Christ. Remember that. But if it's still not adding up, it's still not coming together, if you're still worried about things and things aren't really happening in the way that you want them to go, he will make it happen. He will allow something to be filled in someone else for the Holy Spirit to help you guys out. Whether it's money, whether it's a job, whether it's an opportunity. There's plenty of different ways that God can help you in all aspects of your life. And if you ask him to fill it, if you ask him to fill that position in your heart, he will fulfill it. The Holy Spirit will come in you, and you will be able to do a bunch of different things. And I feel like as a Christian, we get caught up in all the tasks that you need to do, like as in like doing a devotional, reading the Bible for 20 hours a day. Being realistic. Like, if you have 5 minutes, pray for 5 minutes. If you go on a walk and you listen to worship music and you pray while you're doing that, that is something that God is seeking. God is seeking you in everyday tasks. He's not seeking you in the moments that you're doing your devotional. He is, but you're more or less seeking him. But he's seeking you in the tasks that you hate, like the mundane, boring tasks of the day. The Lord is there, and he wants you in his life, and he wants you to have a relationship with him in those moments, because that is how God sought out every single person in the Bible in their normal day-to-day tasks. Jesus sought out people doing their day-to-day tasks. He called his disciples while they were working in their normal day-to-day tasks. He is calling you to do something, not just to do something magical, drastic, whatever. He's calling you to just be a Christian, and he's calling you to do it in your day-to-day tasks. Whatever that looks like for you, ask the Holy Spirit to bring you to it, and ask the Holy Spirit to fulfill that need and to fulfill his promise that he wants you to do for that day. It might be talking to someone. It might be keeping your mouth shut and just working throughout the day. It might be making something special for your child. It might be literally the smallest thing of making dinner for your family that day. And I just want you to know that the Lord seeks you out in those moments. He seeks you out in the mundane tasks that you're tired of doing. The 500th diaper change, the 400th time making dinner, the talking to your child or trying to lead your child and you feel like you can't do it, or being with your husband and you keep having the same argument over and over and over again. Those things, the Lord is seeking you, and I want you to hone in on that and to pray to him. So that's my little spiel. I hope you enjoyed this little preachy portion. Let me know what other things that you've been